So the danger of joy, why joy may be dangerous for us. And the other day I had this individual session with the drum, with a girl, and in the end of the session, after the meditation and the healing process, she said to me, Pablo, I felt the joy of life for first time in a very long time. First time in a long period in my life. I felt the joy of life. This touched me very much and made me think, how is possible, I was asking this myself, how is possible we lose the joy of life, we allow ourselves to live without joy, simple joy for being alive, for having the chance to do things in this world, the chance to have success, the chance to have fails, the chance to have experiences, but we lose it. So I put the intention very much into this question because I was very intrigued, and it came to me after some meditations, or I think I was sleeping sometimes like this. You put very strong intention during the night, the information comes to you, and the answer was very simple. It was something like, we don't want to be joyful because this will take us eventually to face our worst fears. And this is the danger of joy. In the shamanic tradition, there is one role specifically that it represents specifically the state of joy. This is the upper world. This is the state of inspiration, happiness, joy. That it's a state that it has a god that is called Ulgem. This is the deity of this world, and in this world you feel very alive, light, happy. It's like the state of the kid, the inner child. But there is another world that is called the underworld. It's the world of our sufferings, our fears, our obstacles, our traumas, limitations. This is connected with the past, things that we couldn't integrate fully in our life, and they are there hanging, they are there pulling us down all the time. So funny thing is that these two worlds are connected. These are two of the four worlds of the shamanic tradition that I follow. This is Siberian tradition, and these worlds are very much connected. Why? Because when you enter in the state of joy, in the state of positive state of creativity, you will see that it is impossible for you not to expect the best from this life. It's impossible. You automatically will connect with the great future you want to have. It's instantly, it happens. It's impossible. You are in a state of joy and you don't perceive your future in a brilliant, bright, promising way. It's impossible. You will see, oh, what the wonderful things I will do, what wonderful experiences I will have in this summer, in the coming year, in the coming week. I will do this and that, and I will create this and I create that. I will transform, change this, change that. Wow, it will be amazing. It's impossible. It's impossible. You don't do this when you are in a joyful state. This is the kid who is always wondering what to do tomorrow. This is the joy of life. Take us there. And when we go there and we aim the best, the great things in our life, eventually we will face the fears, the obstacles, the challenges. It is inevitable that when we set very high ambitious purpose, in the way we need to break our fears and break our limitations. If I want to, for example, I don't know, give you my example, to become spiritual guide, to become shaman, to transform fully my life, I had to go through a lot of fears and identity transitions. It was very painful for me to transform my whole system of identity from being an engineer, mental, rational approach to be an energetic healer. It was very strong. So if you set something very high, and this is what we do when we are in the state of joy, we will eventually face these fears and these limitations. And this is what we don't want. This is the uncomfortable truth. We don't want to go to there. We don't want to go to the underworld to recognize our shit, our strugglings, our fears, our disgusting experiences, our laziness, no, we don't want to go there. We reject it very much. We reject it very much to go to this space. We call it negative, we call it, we think it shouldn't happen. We think life should not have this negative, heavy, disgusting stuff. Truth is, it is part of life. And we reject it so much, and we know in some level we know that if we became joyful and happy and inspired and creative, we are going to go there. No doubt, we will go down. We will have to go to break all these things. Then we decided to reject joy, to remove joy from our life, to find excuses, ways of perceive realities in which living without joy is normal, and living without expressing joy is normal. We accept a joyless life to avoid going down and face our fears, our pain, and all these things. And we compromise our joy and our energy. And here's the thing, we think we can avoid this going down by giving up our joy, but this is not truth, because life has gravity. Everything goes down slowly. The body goes down in time. The energy of our body, the energy of our mind, everything goes down in this life with time. It is the law of life. So eventually we will go sooner or later, one way or another, or because we have an unexpected situation, external situation, that we break something, we have a problem, sickness, or someone has a sickness around us in our family. Eventually life takes us to the underworld as a lesson. You cannot avoid suffering in this life. You cannot avoid. It's part of life. It's part of life. As you could not avoid joy when you were a kid. It was part of life too. So this was the answer that came to me. Because Pablo, people refuse or give up joy because they think that in this way they will avoid suffering. But of course they are wrong. They will have suffering eventually. Or even if they have less suffering or less intense suffering, they will have less joy. They will have like a neutral state, like a disconnected, from fully disconnection from life, from emotion, from experiences. And we don't want this actually. Our soul wants experiences, intensity, discovery. Otherwise we will go to frustration and sadness and depression. And this is not what we want. So my point, my advice, my proposal for you is observe yourself and observe if your life has joy and you deserve it. And I tell you, though the idea of this, or the yoking idea of this video is that joy may be dangerous, of course it is not. It is a wonderful, beautiful part of the cycle of life, and we need it. We need the joy to create great purposes, and then we need to go down to the underworld to clean our fears and break our obstacles, so we can continue our path toward our highest and keep experiencing joy and creative states, and then we go down again to break more fears. It's a cycle. This is a cycle of life that takes us through all the beautiful experiences. So that's what we want, to have experiences, to have real intensity in our life. This is the only thing we take from this world. The rest stays here and disappear. But the experience, the result, the outcome of the experience, the imprint of those experiences in our soul, this is the beautiful treasure you will take from this life, nothing else. So aim for it, my friend. Send you blessings, wonderful hug. See you in the next video.